everyone, welcome to my channel. I am E.N. Chaffin, author of Loading Life, a video game novel, and the Parents and Guardians Guide to Anime, Manga, and Cosplay. Yes, that's a very long title. I just call it the Parents Anime Guide, just for short. So, yeah. But anyways, as you can see on the lovely screen, I'm going to show you how to copyright your stuff today. Officially, legally, without going through all the hoops, without, paying anyone extra to do it and all that, because, I was copywriting my first book, Loading Life, about a year or so ago, and I saw so many people go, "Oh, you should come to our website and we'll copyright it for you for $75. And I'm like, what? And instead of doing that, I went straight to the copywriting website and did it for $35, plus maybe $5, $10 extra for shipping of my book. So yeah, you don't need someone else to do this. And to make it easier on you, I've created this awesome little video for you. So first things first, sorry for the webcam. It's not the best. I might be blurry and all that. Don't worry, it's not your stuff, it's mine. Second thing, I am giving you no legal advice whatsoever. I repeat, no legal advice whatsoever. And number 3, I think we're at 3. It is different to copyright a physical book and a non-physical, ebook, of course. Only in the sense that ebooks, you can just give them a copy of it online, of course. Physical books, you have to mail in a copy of your book. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And one last thing before we get to it. If you're copywriting music or anything like that, it might be a little different. I'm not too sure because I've only copyrighted books. But it's all on one website. Oh, and one more thing. I know. Last thing, I promise. This how to copyright your stuff is only for the United States. It's not for any other country. And that's just because I'm from the United States. So yeah, who knew, right? So yes, and I think that's all in order. So yeah, let's get to it. Yeah. So first, here we are on Google, and we just, copyright gov, and you want to do gov, of course, government. And technically, it's just copyright.gov. That's the U.S. copyright government office thing online. Oh, yeah. And of course, you see all this stuff, but what you really want is this right here, the register a copyright. Oh, yeah. Woohoo. Yep. And, you can do literary works, performing arts, visual arts, like paintings. Well, you probably already knew that. Other digital content, motion pictures, photographs, and pretty much. Oh yeah, so literary works. Pretty simple, and it gives you a whole list, all these categories of everything you can, or everything you can do, plus maybe a little bit more. These are just, commonly registered ones. And over here, you see, all these notes and files that are accepted and, standard application procedures to help you out. So if you need a little bit more information than what I give you here, definitely it comes straight from the source. And to make sure you're on the right website, go down to the bottom and make sure this is here. The U.S. Copyright Office right there. It has the seal and everything. It's legit and official, right? So awesome. Now to start, you want to go click register a literary work. I cannot talk today. Oh no. And as you see here, you can log in. If you do not have an official login, all you have to do is, click on new user. So pretty much basic. You can register your work. You can pre-register your work if you fill the requirements. And submit electronic works, blah, 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 like my ebook. So let me log in here and we'll see what else is here. Okay, after you log in, here is what you see. It's all beautiful, all nice, blah, 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 blah. And let's go register a work, which is right here on the left side. At least the left side for me. It should be the left side for you. I'm just saying. Oh, and if you have any open cases, meaning they're still in the process of being recorded and stuff like that, it'll be all right here. All cases up here, if I click that, you would see, oh, hey, look at this. She has the Loading Life on there. And one of the important things about copyright is that if anyone tries to steal your work, you can sue them. You can be like, no, I have a copyright on it. Now in the United States, when you first create something, it is yours, no matter what. But having the government back you up with copyright right here makes it even better. It's just like a reinforcement. It's just like insurance, even though sometimes you're like, oh, God, insurance, I have to pay for it. It's still better to have it than to not, right? One of the best things about copyright, though, is that you only have to pay for it like once. After you click Start Registration, it gives you everything of the exceptions. To complete the registration, you need to provide all the information, pay the required fee, which is usually $35 for a literary work, and then upload or mail in a copy of your work, where they actually know it exists and it's right there. So pretty nice, pretty cool. But after you read all that and you have everything and you're eligible, your work is eligible, start registration. Not too hard. Now here we have a type of work. What type of work is it? I can show you all this. It's a literary work. If it's visual arts, sound recording, work of performing arts, any of that, you can click that. It'll tell you everything you need to know, like it's fiction, nonfiction. Confirm that you've read the description, which I have multiple times. And over here to the left, you see everything you need to do. So types of work, the titles, publication completion, authors, claimants, limitation of claims, rights and permissions, correspondent, mail certificate, special handling, certification, review submission. So that's all we're going over. It's not too hard. It's just, a lot to do in one setting. But that's all right. We can do it. So on this screen, you add your titles, basically. New. Oh my goodness, that was so hard. Title work being registered, previous or alternative title, any of those. What you want is title work being registered. And of course, mine is The Parents and Guardians Guide to Anime, Manga, and Cosplay. Not too hard. It's a long title. There it is, right there. Title work being registered. You can edit it. You can delete it if you need to. Like, oh no, I messed up. It's easy. If you needed to add more, you could do that. I don't know how many you can add at one time, but you never know. There we go. Click to continue. Publication and completion. Has this work been published? For me, the ebook has, so I would click yes. If you clicked no, it would tell you, oh, come back later. Published work, yes, and then it wants you to add the year of completion, the date of first publication, the nation of first publication, so United States, of course, would be mine, international standard, number, type, ISBN, it has all these, date of first publication, which I think I already said, and then pre-registered number if you pre-registered. Now we come to the author section, which of course is, by this time, you've probably set up an account with the Copyright Office. You can just click Add Me. It'll add all your information without you having to, go back in and do it. But if it's your first time, you can click New, or if you're doing this for someone else, you can click New and put in everything they have. Or if there are multiple authors and all that, and one of you is submitting this copyright for both of you, you can click New as well. So there we go. And once you click New, I'm just doing this for y'all. It comes to here. Is it an organization that's done this, or the individual first, middle, and last name? What is their citizenship? Where are they from, of course, United States, or domicile, where are they at? That's what they want to know. Do you want them to be anonymous on the paperwork? Do you want them to have a pseudonym on the paperwork? And this, basically the anonymous and pseudonym thing, means that the Copyright Office will know that you or whoever has authored this work. However, it doesn't mean that people are like, oh, I need to see the copyright of this work, because people can ask for it, right? They see the copyright. If you clicked anonymous, they won't see your name at all. It'll just say anonymous. If you click pseudonym, they'll put, oh, pseudonym, this person, da 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 da, but who is this person? Da, da, da. So, if you feel more comfortable with the pseudonym, mine is E.N. Chaffin, of course. Technically my name, but, it makes me feel special inside that I have a very fancy name. Like, you know, J.K. Rowling. It's cool. It's all hip and cool to do your initials and then last name. I'm just saying. Okay, anyways. So once you finish the last bit of adding a new author, you can click, oh, the author created what? The text, the computer program, the photographs in the work, the artwork, da-da-da. So let's say you have a book with a lot of artwork. Person A did all the text and person B did all the artwork. This is how you would split it up. So person A, you go through, you'll click text. You know, and then you'll add person B. What did they do? You go through and you'll click artwork and all that. And then you can, you know, add multiple and all that. So there was another screen to the authors thing, and that was just basically saying, oh, this is the author, blah, 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 blah. So after you get all the authors done, you'll continue and you'll come to this page, which is claimants. This is a page that basically says who can claim copyright over this work. Again, you can say add me if it's, you know, just you and you've already done this, or you can click new. Of course, I'm going to do the new. Basic thing, just like the author stuff, the first, last name. They actually want your address on here too and your city, you know, just in case. Organization name if you have an organization. A transfer and statement by written agreement, by inheritance. This means that, oh, like little Billy Grimm inherited all the, you know, copyright from the Grimm brothers and all that. Or, like in real life, Stoker's wife, after Stoker passed away, inherited the copyright of Dracula. So, and she was actually able to sue someone. That's really cool. You should look that up. I'm just saying. And that's basically all you put here. If there is a transfer, you know, transfer statement other, how did it get to you? You know, just, you know, be good. Yeah. Now, after you're done with all your claimants, you'll come here to the limitation of the claim. Now, if your work has anything pre-existing, like artwork, or anything literature, or anything in the public domain, then you need to put it here. I don't have any of this in Loading Life, but I do have it in the Parents Guide. I use the picture The Great Wave off Kanagawa. That's where I put it here. I put like, oh, material excluded. Artwork right there. Pretty much, yeah. So I actually didn't know this part. If you have anything excluded, you have to put in new material included, which, you know, clicked artwork, vice versa. I didn't know that part, so, because, you know, Loading Life never had it. See, you can always learn. So, you know, that's my limitation of claim. If anyone's like, oh, you can't claim the Great Wave off of Kanagawa, I'm like, well, I didn't. I just claimed my text. But now you come to the rights and permission information section. Awesome, awesome. I cannot talk today. Gosh, goodness. Okay, sorry about that. I'm being mad at myself. It's okay. It is optional, like it says right here. So some big movie person wants to make a movie out of Loading Life, a video game novel. Which, if that happens, I hope it's someone who does anime, because that'd be really cool. I'm just saying, it's more anime than movie type. I'm just saying. Okay, anyway, if that does happen, though, you know, they can pool the copyright, ask for that from the United States government, and look at it and be like, oh, well, I can go to this person right here, you know, whoever I say, and I can get the information, blah, da, 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 da. So, you know, pretty simple, pretty easy. You know, if it's an organization that you're with, or if you know, have a small press yourself, you put all the information here. If it's the individual, which would be me, I'm a self-published author, I'd put the information there. So, not too hard at all. Not really. So after the rights, you come to the correspondent. And all this section is the Copyright Office. If anything happens there, or they're just saying, hey, you've been approved and all that, woo, they want to be able to contact somebody. Because they might not be able to get you when you're on, you know, the website. You don't always check it that much. So, yeah, pretty much. So, basically, you know, you fill out this information. The person to contact, you know, you have to have their first and last name on here. If they're with an organization, put it. It's just, you know, nicer that way to do it. And you also see the address, one, and city, just like the rights and permissions. You have to put that down there as well. So, awesome possum. Alright, now we've come to the mail certificate, and right here you'll just put down where they can, you know, mail off your actual copyright certificate. So, you know, if anyone's like, you don't have a copyright to this, you can, like, pull out the certificate and be like, yes, I do. Or, you know, you can keep it safe in a safe or whatever. Yeah, you should probably do that, actually. So. But basically, just like the other couple ones, you know, you put the individual or the organization. All that loveliness, so woohoo! And now we've come to the special handling, which is, of course, optional, like it says right up there. I can't highlight it. There we go. And this is like, okay, say you're having a physical copy sent in, right? What if you want it like, oh no, they need to do it right there, blah, 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 da-da-da. You know, I need it right now, the copyright. You click the special handling, you know, you click the claims. Why, you know, why do you want it to be specially handled? Why should they expedite it, basically, to make sure you get it in the right amount of time? There is a surcharge fee. Yeah. And it can get pretty, up there. Depending, you know, so basically, you know, a single application. There we are. This is the $35 right there. Oh, there we go. $35 for a single author, same claimant, one work, not for hire, right there. Standard application for anything else is $55, right? But the optional services, you know, which include the special handling, per claim, $800. Oh goodness. These are usually for companies that need it really quick and stuff like that. Other service fees, you know, retrievals and copies of records, there's all this. All those are optional and all that except for the main page, so there's all that loveliness. I don't need special handling, so I'm not gonna get it. Now we come to the certification page, and basically all it wants you to do is read this and certify that you've actually read it, that you're the author, the copyright claimant, or the owner of the certain rights, all that loveliness. Write your name down right here, and, you know, internal tracking number if you have it, note to copyright office, you know, if there's any note like, oh hey, you know, blah blah blah, yeah, basically. So all it says right here, 17 U.S.C. 506E. Any person who knowingly makes a false representation of a material fact in the application for copyright registration provided by Section 409 or in any written statement filed with the application shall be fined no more than $2,500. So basically all that means is you better make sure all your information is correct. So this part, which actually doesn't have my power presentation on it, it just, you know, has all this information that I won't show you. This last part is review submission. You look at all the facts and details, make sure they're correct. If they're not, you can always go back to any of these right here on the left side. Always go back to them, fix it, and then come back to the review part. It's simple, it's easy, it wasn't too hard, so yeah. And now we come to this part. Filing fees and some services are not refundable, like it says right here. It does have more of my private information that I'm not showing you. But after you're done, review it all again, you can click checkout. And then the last bit, it takes you to here, you know, more information that's hidden behind this presentation. And you can pay by credit card, you can pay by deposit, you know, basically anything. You can change your order just in case. And so whichever one you pick, you know, you pick it and go with it. And now, you know, you click one, all this loveliness. It tells you one more time, filing fees are non-refundable. You know, you're about to enter the pay.gov, the U.S. Treasury site, all that loveliness. Do you want to proceed? And so before I, you know, go on and enter all my information, it takes you to this if you're paying with a check or with, well, actually anything, I'm pretty sure, because there's the routing number, account number. If you're paying with plastic, you go down here. Mine, this time, was $55 because I used the Great Wave off of Kanagawa in my work. If it was just like Loading Life, basic and plain, it would only be $35. So, you know, kind of like, man, do I really need that picture in there? But I think it kind of adds to it, so I'm gonna keep the picture in there. So after you give your payment information, you're taken to this online payment, step 2, authorized payment. All this stuff behind there is basically, you know, my stuff that says, oh look, hey, this is all my information that I'm not giving you. Email confirmation receipt, totally, you know, I would do that. I authorize a charge to my card account, blah, blah, blah. You click there, you submit your payment. Pretty easy. Or, you know, if you're doing the bank account, same thing basically. As far as I know, I'm saying it really well like that, you can only pay online. You can't, like, send them a check or send them cash. Definitely not cash. If you are doing it by check, you may want to see if that's any different, but if you're thinking of doing a check anyways, just do your bank account. So, you know, it's much easier, much faster. Whether or not they actually do it, I'm not too sure, but even if they did, go with the faster route and just do it. It pays off way better in the future. But it's up to you. I'm just saying. And after you put in your payment information, you're taken here. This background and all that basically says, you know, that's the title, the actual copyright case is right behind there. Literary work, what I paid, all that requires submission. Yes, it does. You know, it's a book of some sort. I have to submit it somehow. So, and like I said, what I've heard at this one point in time, if it's only an ebook, you can do that. If you have a paper book later, you know, you could, it still falls under the copyright. You don't have to worry about that. So it's technically cheaper if you do the ebook first, but, you know, if you want to do it one way or the other, or if they change it, you know, just be ready for that. So now you're taken to here, you know, after you pay, after you had everything done, and upload your works. Since mine's an ebook, I can upload it, start upload, and it takes, I think I want to say about, does it say it on here? I don't know. Anyways, about 2 or 3 weeks or something if you do it that way, you know, just because they have a lot of stuff to go through. If you have a physical copy of your book, you have to, absolutely, at this moment in time, you have to mail it in. Even if you have an ebook copy, which is something that I get really mad at when it came to, like, Floating Life. I'm like, man, I just want to upload it. Can I upload it? And they're like, no. Okay. But, you know, it's, they just want a copy, so. And if you do get a copy, you know, whatever it costs you to actually get a copy of your own book, plus the shipping to them, that's how much it will cost. Make sure you have a copy of your own work with you before you do this, or at least coming to you as you're doing this, because you have to have it within 30 days to their office, which, you know, it's not that bad. The U.S. mailing system isn't that terrible, but just in case something happens, you want to submit it like that, alright? And then if you are submitting it by mail, you just click this button right down here, create shipping slip, and what you do is you have your book, you have the slipping ship, you put it in a box, or, you know, whatever you're doing it, envelope, anything, and that's, you know, when they open it up, they're like, oh, what's this book? Oh, look, it goes to this case number. You know, you're not blindsiding them or anything, so. And you don't have to necessarily mail it through UPS or FedEx or anything. You can if you want, but, you know, you can do just average snail mail, the average post office, so. And that's about it for the copyright. I'm going to upload my work and get on with it. So that's pretty much it about the copyright. It's not too hard. It is a lot of little stuff that you have to think about, but, you know, it's really, after you get used to it, it's like, oh, okay, this, bing, there we go. Pretty cool. So, yeah, and if you all learn about, like, how to do artwork or how to do songs or anything like that, and you want to share it, you know, put it in the comments below. I'd be, like, really happy to learn how to do that. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you are a parent or you know a parent who has a kid who loves anime or manga or cosplay or pretty much any of that weird stuff, check out my parents' guide. I wrote it with the intention of making it precise, where parents don't have to spend all their time that they have off of work reading it. You know, just 1 or 2 sittings and you can be done with it. Really cool. I made it filled with information. You not only learn about anime, manga, and cosplay, you also learn about why nerds are weird. You learn about the anime community. You learn about Japanese mythology that goes into anime. You learn about all this really cool stuff. So, yes, please check it out. Right now, right when this video is posting, it is only $2.99 at Amazon.com. Not too hard. And if you're worried about not having a Kindle, don't worry, I don't have a Kindle and I can read my stuff. Why? Because they have a Kindle app, which is so cool. Thank you, Amazon. I don't actually have to buy your stuff to read your stuff. Oh my goodness. But if you're not a parent and you're more of a nerd and all that, check out Loading Life. The first 3 chapters are free on ENCHAFFIN or enchaffin.com. Really awesome. If you do sign up for my mailing list, you actually get the first 6 chapters for free. So, hey, what better way to figure out if you like a book than to actually read free chapters of said book. So that's pretty much I have all here for today. And yeah, so nothing left to say except for see you later, alligators. Bye-bye.